Hey, what's up, everyone? 我是 Sandra. Let's do this real quick. 大家好，你们好吗？ And last but not least, 欢迎。All right, today first, let me start by apologizing for my look here. I think I had what Chinese people call it needle eye. 针眼 needle means 针 means needle in Mandarin, by the way. I don't know what's that called in English. So if you know, please leave a comment below. Help a girl out here. Anyway, so my eyelids are pretty red and swollen, so I am so sorry for scaring you guys. But whoa, yeah, we got blurry there for a moment. But thanks to the glasses and then the low def, it doesn't look as bad as in real life. Because this morning my husband was like, whoa, what was that? Like, don't come near me. Okay, so since we are on the topic of saying sorry, let's just throw this in there real quick. In Chinese, in Mandarin, there are two ways to say sorry. One is 对不起. The other one is 抱歉. Okay, they are both, I would say, on a daily basis. Would be a daily. Sorry, they're both for daily use. 对不起, I would say it's more informal, more like daily conversationalized. While 抱歉 is a little bit more formal. Also, I think it depends on everybody's preference. Me personally, I like to say 抱歉 a lot because regardless of how I look here, I'm still a lady, okay? So 很抱歉, I look like this today. So today we're gonna continue to learn some pinyin. Let's take a look here. There we go. So if I remember correctly, last week we wrapped up all the initials. So today we're moving on finals. All right, here's all the finals we're going to cover, not just today, probably in the coming weeks. Theoretically, after we covered all the finals and the initials, theoretically, you should be able to pronounce any single Chinese characters. So today we're going to start from the easiest one. Let's take a look. Those six are the six basic finals in the pinyin system. Let's start by read along if you wish to. First one, a, o, e, u. And last but not least, the weird looking one with the two dots on top of the U. It is yu. All right, let's break it down. First one, a. It is the letter A, but in the pinyin system, it is pronounced as a. All right, let's do it with a little bit tones inside. First, let's do a, 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 a. The four tones that it's in the pinyin system. I find it especially helpful to do it with the finals, the vowels. And plus, it kind of opens up your vocal cord. You know, we're all working from home now. Sometimes you don't talk to people all day, so your vocal cord is probably completely shut. So that's a good way to get it open. So read after me. 请跟我读 ah, 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 ah. And if it helps, with the hands. Ah, 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 ah. And then real quickly, let's look at some words that use the vowel, the final ah. So first one, of course, mama. Mama, I believe it's in a lot of universal languages, like I think in possibly every language known to human. It means mother, mom. So mama is how we say mom in Mandarin. And next up, it's a little bit different. In English, we say dad, daddy. In Mandarin, we say 爸爸. And it's the fourth tone, the falling tone. So it's 爸爸. All right. Next up, let's move on to all right. 马. Ma, I believe I've mentioned it before. Ma means horse. It also, of course, used the final a So let's see these two little words real quick. First one, 河马. 河 means river. And next up we have 海马. 海 means sea and ocean. So can anybody take a guess what those two words means? 河马 means hippo. Yeah, hippopotamus. Whereas 海马 means seahorse. That one is actually pretty obvious. All right, next up, let's move on to all. Okay, let's do the tones real quick. O. All right. With the final O, of course, first we have this very important word, 我. 我 means I or me, depending on how you use it. And next up, let's look at this one real quick. 佛. 佛 means Buddha. It's a noun. All right, let's move on to I know it's the English number E, and then I know like a lot of English speaking students, when they see that, they're very, they usually would incline to say something along the E line, but it is not E, it is All right, let's do the tones real quick. So first, let's learn this word. Means goose. And next up, possibly one of the most important Chinese character, the. You can see it does not have that little thing that to indicate the tones here. It is what we call the fifth tone, the neutral tone. So when we see this d, we do just a very tiny, slightly d. It does not have any of the tones on there. So it is a structural particle, as we can see, and we've learned it before. If we say 我的 instead of 我, it turns I into my. Of course, it has other usage we're going to cover in the coming weeks. All right, we're still on so first let's see this one. Means hungry. It is an adjective. And next up, we're still on This one is 渴. 渴 is also an adjective. It means thirsty. And next up, last but not least, we have 了. 了, it is also a structural particle. It's to show the past perfect tense. So if I say 我饿了, it means I'm hungry. It means the feeling of hunger has already gotten to me. That's why we have the 了 as the structural particle to show it's already happened. So 我饿了 means I'm hungry. Similarly, 我渴了 means I am thirsty. There we go. 我饿了 and 我渴了. Okay, next up, let's move on to E. Yeah, since this is the English letter I, so some people, when they see that, they might just move along to pronounce it as I. No. It is E. And again, let's practice with the tones real quick. E, 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 E. So first, let's learn this phrase. 衣服. 衣服 is a noun. It means any kinds of clothing, garment. But usually we're talking about the top, like a shirt, a sweater, a coat, a jacket. If we say 衣服, we're not talking about pants, socks, anything below your waist. All right, next up, 李. The reason I put it on here is Li is a very common family name in China. And in English, you would often see it spelled as Lee. And I know some English speaking students, when they see Li, Li, they probably would kind of lean into pronounce it as Li, but which is not. So it's Li. And then Li is the Mandarin way to spell that. All right, let's move on. Since we're on the topic of E, let's go over really quickly some of the phrase that I think it's very useful on a daily basis. First one, 大衣. Da we've learned, and it means big. So what is big clothing? It is actually overcoat. Next up, 上衣. 上. It means up, top. So 上衣 basically means any kind of top. Next up, 内衣. 内 means inside. So what is 内衣? I guess you can guess. Let's take a look. There we go. 内衣 means underwear. So 大衣, overcoat. 上衣, any kind of tops you can think of. And 内衣 means underwear. Next up, let's move on to 乌. The letter U, it is pronounced as U in the Mandarin language. Just think of you yourself as a choo-choo train. U. So let's do the tones real quick. U, 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 U. So over here, let's look at some phrases. First one, 乌鸦. I remember I mentioned on my last live, 乌 can mean black, but it is also but it is usually in a more ancient way of saying black. We have a different word for black, which I will cover when we talk about colors. So 乌鸦, we have here 乌鸦, and let's look at the next one, 乌龟. Can anybody guess? 乌鸦 means crow, whereas 乌龟 means turtle, which I kind of find it weird because usually we think turtles are green, but apparently Chinese people think turtles are black. All right, and next up we have another two phrase. Ooh, it's a hazard. Sorry, it's a hazard text. Okay, another two phrase that use the vowels 乌. The first one, 老虎, and the next one, 老鼠. 老 actually is an adjective. It means old. But 老虎 and 老鼠 it doesn't have anything to do with old. Here's what they mean. 老虎 it means tiger, and 老鼠 means mouse or rat. All right, let's move on. This is a fun one. And this one, you can't even find it on your keyboard. That's why I put V, in that. So this one is pronounced in Mandarin as yu, yu. Usually we do the kissing face when we do that. Yu. So like I said, you cannot find it on your keyboard on your phone. So usually if I want to type yu, I have to switch for V. Because in Mandarin, we don't have a initial pronounced as V. So we use V to indicate yu, where yu is in need. So first one, we have this word 女. 女 means female, girl, woman. Yeah, pick a pick. Next up, 鱼. 鱼 means fish. And next up, 雨, the third tone, 雨, it means rain. So usually if we want to say it's raining, 下雨了. All right, so for 雨 here, it gets a little bit tricky. It does not always carry those two little dots on top of its head. One, the final 雨 is paired with the initial ji, qi, shi, and yi. It turns 雨 into 乌, but it's still pronounced as yu. I know it's kind of a little bit tricky, but as we can see here, the word 女, we have those two little dots on top, but with yu and yu, which is when yu was paired with the final yu. So the little two dots disappeared, but it's still pronounced as yu. All right, guys, so that's a wrap for today. Today we've learned the 6 single finals that, but next time we're probably going to use it to form other finals. Okay, so before I help out, of course, you know the drill. Check out our website, YouTube channels, Facebook page. I believe you're already on here. And then next time we're probably going to talk about Halloween and ghosts, spiders, monsters, and all that scary stuff, me myself included. So make sure to tune in. So we'll see you next time. 再见